Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our very last guest of the day. We've got Rachel Andoscia, who's the senior meeting planner for ADS, Atlantic Diving Supply Corporation. This is her very first WeCon.
Okay.
Welcome, Rachel.
Thank you. Thanks.
How has this been for you so far?
This has been such an amazing experience.
Okay.
I think you don't know what to expect until you get here. And I have met so many amazing people, and the ideas that I'm getting from everyone, it's not always something that I can implement, but I was like, oh, that's cool. I can do that. If I tweak it a little bit this way, it'll fit, but I need it to fit. And just hearing everyone's stories and connecting with different properties that could potentially be opportunities for me to visit with my team.
Ah,
Exciting.
I love that. Any specific ideas that jump out at you that you're like, I might be able to use this, or if not, I just love this idea?
Freestyle Plus. They were amazing. And I know that everyone has talked about them, but
Yeah.
they have just been phenomenal. Thinking about, we always think that your check-in process is the most important. It sets the tone. So if you go to the registration desk and you don't have a great experience, you lose your customer instantly. And I think if you're thinking about a conference or a general session or a sales team doing a training, having them come in and kick off the energy, the vibe, everyone is so pumped and ready to go that it sets the tone and everyone is excited to walk in. Talking to a couple other people, they were talking about different ways of entering a meeting space, and if it's really elaborate in the way you walk through it, and that helps kind of lighten the mood. It was exciting. I loved your panel yesterday and talking to the different industry professionals to get ideas, and the collaboration that we were getting in the room was wonderful.
Thank you.
Speaking of Freestyle Plus, what inspired you to go on stage during that session?
Rachel was on stage.
Yeah.
Stage.
I'm definitely not an introvert by any means.
Okay.
I don't typically volunteer for something, but I was a guest of Mandy's and I wanted to be like, you know what, I'm here. I'm going to just jump in. I'm going to do everything and try it and see how it works out. Thinking I'll raise my hand and somebody else will too. And then no one else did. So on stage I went and it was great. And I think what was great about that is you need to take the chance. You need to take the opportunity, because from that moment, everyone knew who I was the rest of the time I was here. And so it really opened up the doors to having the conversations with everyone else because they already knew who I was.
They did.
So it was really cool.
You're coming to us from very far away. I'll go all the way across the country.
Virginia Beach.
Virginia Beach, Virginia, 757.
Yeah.
Why would you come so far for a conference? Because usually most of our attendees are from Northern California, Southern California, and Vegas. You've come from probably the furthest.
Mandy, she and I had an amazing conversation about career growth. What do you want to learn? What do you want to do? And how can I help you? And I said, I can only learn what I'm seeing and in the small box that I'm in. And I would love to take my events to a new level. I can't reinvent the wheel, but I can make it shinier. So how do I do that? And that's from learning from other people. And so this opportunity came up and I hopped on a plane and here
you are. Awesome. Thank you, Mandy.
Yeah,
making that wheel shiny.
Yes.
I think we all learned a little bit from you along the way too. I think there was some reciprocity learning happening.
I think so. It's been really exciting.
Yeah.
I appreciate being here.
I want to ask, so I want to switch gears for a second because something that I think you do really well that you probably don't think you do really well because we're all such self-graders, right? But I think from the outside looking in, being a working parent, it's just really hard.
Yeah.
And you're a rock star at work, you're a rock star with your kids, and your husband's in the military. So he leaves, sometimes quickly, unexpectedly, and then comes back. So what are some strategies and tactics that you have in place for yourself that you can share with other working parents?
I think finding your people is always helpful. It's not always going to be your parents, but it will be your good friends. I also think it's your company. And I think that if your company is supportive and your coworkers are supportive, there are times where my husband is gone for months at a time and people are flexible and appreciative because they know I'm going to get it done. I might not be there right at 8, but I'll be there by 8:30 and I will work the whole time. I think it's about finding your people, finding your group. And also it's what you give is what you get. And when you are respectful and appreciative and understanding of your coworkers and your team, you get that in return. So planning. I mean, we do it. That's our job.
Mhm.
So it's planning, making sure you have all the things you need. Snacks, of course, everyone's needs snacks.
Back to the
Back to the
snacks.
snacks. But
Yes.
it really comes down to planning and thinking ahead and finding great people to encourage you and be there to help you when you need it.
It's
To
great.
continue to that question, I believe it's Jesse, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we learned about Jesse when you were talking too. So you told us all about Jesse. What advice would you have for other working moms who maybe are a little bit wary of maybe working as a similar job to you, like planning events, having to travel, be on site? Like, oh, I'd love to do that. I'll probably be really good at it, but I have a family and I'm not sure how I would manage. What advice would you have for them?
I think you have to do what's right for you and your family, but also knowing what's right for you. And I think one of the things I always think about is I'm a great mom, I'm a great wife, but I'm a really great me too. And what's
Mhm.
important is that as much as I give to them, I need to give that back to myself. And they're not always going to need me. So I need to put the things in place to do the job that I love, make sure that they're always taken care of and they're happy and they know that I love them, but it's okay that I'm going to be away for a couple of days. And I think it's important, especially for little girls, to see their moms take roles, take jobs outside of their home, be successful and
Mm,
happy with what that they do and getting up excited to go to work every day because that helps our children want to do the same in their adult life.
well said. Yeah, yeah.
I love that. I
Mhm.
was sort of hoping you would ask her one of your favorite
Okay.
questions.
Okay. So
Oh
we
my
can
God,
get
you're
into that.
chomping
Yes.
at the
Yeah.
bit. I might
I
have just
love the.
he
He's
changed his whole
waiting.
body
I, lo-
posture for
I
this
mean,
one.
because people used to give me a hard time. Oh, you ask that question all the time. Stop it. But I say no. I'm going to ask it. So we'll do the first one. If we can go back to where you went to, what was the school in Providence that you went to
I went
college?
to the University of Rhode Island.
Okay, the Rams.
Yes.
Okay,
Great.
okay. Yeah, see?
Yes, you know,
Yes, yeah,
Those
that's it.
things.
everything.
We're gonna go back to your walking down the graduation aisle
Oh
at the
gosh.
University of Rhode Island,
Mhm.
and you're gonna give your younger Rachel advice based on what you know now. What advice would you give your younger self?
Oh man, it's funny. My coworker and I talk about this a lot. We always think about future us and how
Mm-hmm.
what we're doing right now makes future us
Mm-hmm.
happy.
Yes.
Well, I think one of the biggest things is everything happens for a reason, and don't question the decisions you've made. They might seem silly or stupid or really bad choice in the moment, but you never know where that's going to take you.
Mm.
And I think about COVID and all of the different job opportunities I had and the furloughs and the back and the forth. And I had another person that I worked with very closely who said to me, one phone call can change your life.
Mm-hmm.
And so it really is about just accepting the moment, doing the best you can, working hard, get to the next step, but don't question it. It was meant to be is meant to
Mm.
be.
Ah,
Okay.
so true.
Yes, so
One phone
true.
call
One
Can
phone call
could
can change
change
your
your
life.
change
life.
your life.
I want to go back really quick to advice that you would give other meeting planners
Mhm,
and other experiential marketing people just like yourself
mhm.
right now doing what they're doing and everything that you've learned over the last couple years. Like what are a couple pieces of advice you would give?
It is to ask for help and to take it. You do not have to do all the things by
Mm-hmm.
yourself. There is a team. There are people that know a lot. And I think we talked about this in your session yesterday that someone was saying, well, if my group is too small, should I still call? I'll call you for help. And there's someone who can help you.
Right.
Always call, ask the questions. There's someone who's willing to jump in because it might seem small to you, but it could be a really big opportunity for that team to jump in and help.
Mm-hmm.
So always ask for help.
Build your army.
Build your army.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great.
Good. Now, what's the other one of my favorite questions that you want me to ask this time? Because
Books.
are you? Yes, because you have a long flight. So
I
do
do.
you reading? Is there any books you've read? It could be fiction or nonfiction.
Okay.
Or
Just
reread.
or reread that you people need to stop what they're doing right now and start to read them immediately. What books come to mind?
Oh gosh. Okay, so my company is hosting our really large Warrior East in June, and our guest speaker is Bill Belichick. And we
Oh,
are doing a fireside chat. He did
okay,
not want to stand up and give a big speech, so it's just him and I. So I
okay,
am rereading a book that I read in 2005 called The Education of a Coach. And
okay.
it's about Bill Belichick, and I
All
love
right.
it. It's
Okay.
great. Gonna completely nerd out again on the way home,
Yes.
but I used to read it on the subway
All
every day to
right.
work. So
Okay.
I'm rereading it.
Okay. Well,
Probably not what you
yeah,
expected,
I'm assuming
right?
you're a Patriots fan,
I
right?
am a
Yes. Yes.
Patriots fan,
Okay. So,
very big
well, we'll
Patriots
go on to
fan.
the next book then.
Oh, Monty. That wasn't good enough for you. You need another
What do you
book.
have another one? Maybe fiction or fact? No, that's it.
I got
Fine.
myself train a dog right now.
Okay.
Puppy next
Okay.
week. Right now, like my only
That's a good
reading
one though.
is kid books.
That's good.
Or
That's
being
good.
read to by a 6-year-old.
Okay, that's a good book though.
Okay.
No dish. I'm just playing. I'm just giving you a
It's a
hard time.
great book.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's see here. We got time for maybe a couple more questions.
Yeah.
Where, when you look at your career, let's talk about future, Rachel. Where 5 years from now, where do you want to be? What do you want to be doing?
I love working at ADS so much. And I think just growing there and building out our program and engaging more with our suppliers and customers. And how do I get there? And what do I do? And how do I keep them entertained? Because
Hmm.
I got Bill Belichick. So what do I do
Yeah,
next year?
you're
Yeah.
setting
How do
the
I
bar
top that?
high.
That's right.
Set the bar high.
So every year growing and learning and bringing in new people is just, I'm excited for that. I'm
Okay.
excited to grow there and see what's next. I truly love waking up every morning and going to work. And there have not been a lot of jobs that I felt that way
Yeah.
about.
Okay. Good. 5 years from now. Good. Good. What else, Betty? Yeah, it's still
Yeah.
there.
Well, it's Mother's Day weekend.
Yes.
So, what is going to happen for you on Mother's Day weekend? What are some moments of Mother's Day past that have jumped out at you? I mean, I know your mom is still with you over the weekend, and you've got a couple, you've got beautiful Ava and Jordan. I mean,
Sweet kids.
what's going to happen this weekend, and what do you hope to
I
happen?
don't know. I think I love seeing what they create, which is sweet because they
Aw.
are so thoughtful and I get sweet notes when I'm
Mhm.
gone and for when I come home.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I have a feeling that somebody bought me a plant because somebody might have spilled the beans on someone else.
A plant. I love
So
it. Okay.
I got a
Okay.
purple plant because
Okay.
purple is my favorite
Purple is
color.
a fair. Good to know. Good to know.
I've been away for a long time, so I'm just really excited to
Okay.
go home and see everyone. It's been a long week.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Awesome.
great.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
great.
Yeah.
well, thank you. Let the people know how they can support you, how they can support your company and your business. Kind of, what's the best way we can help?
ADSinc.com. Check out our events. And if you know people who are in the military or first responders, everything that ADS does is to support them. We want to make sure that everyone comes home from their mission.
Got it. Lovely. Well, thank you for being a guest with us
Thanks
here.
for
Thank you for raising your hand yesterday and going on stage and starting us off with a bang.
Thank
And
you.
we're excited that you came all the way across the country
Thanks. I can't
to
wait to come.
yes. So we'll see you next year.
Yes.
And any final words, Manny?
Well, just thank you. In full disclosure, Rachel's a client of mine
Yes.
and a friend,
Yes.
and thanks for making time because she was in Tampa and now she's here. So this is a lot of planes, trains, and automobiles. So
Yes.
Right.
thank you for being here.
Thanks for having
Thanks for
me.
being an awesome human being,
Thank
and
you.
I
Thanks
just
for
love your
everything, you do.
guts. Yeah,
Awesome.
thank you.
Thanks.
Cool.